All right, I think we are getting ready to get started for today's live stream. I'm going to put this, fix up the last little bits of things here. Let everyone start joining. Hey guys, and welcome to the final day of MerMay. So we're going to be doing a live stream today. I hope you guys have some great questions. We'll try to talk a little bit of story facts with you and all of that. Just a little bit of fun. I will let you know it's hot outside, so I have my studio window open. You're going to hear cars driving past. It was either that or have like a 5-minute stream, and I didn't think that sounded as much fun. So we'll deal with a little bit of noise, I guess. If it gets really bad, I might close my window for a while. All right, pulling up the comments so I can read them here instead of over here. So I also have comments I'm going to be reading from the last 2 days of MerMay. For those who weren't able to join us in the stream today, have posted their questions there, so I'm going to try to answer those as well. Okay, hey everybody, it's good to see you. So I'm curious, how many of you guys did MerMay this year? So let me know in the comments if you maybe didn't, even if you didn't do like all 31 days, that you participated, maybe drew a picture or two, or at least followed along, watching out different people's pictures and stuff like that. So let me know who did MerMay. Hey everybody. Oh goodness, we're coming up with questions already. We're going to get to that in just a minute, but yes, definitely questions. I love to hear them. I love to answer them. I decided to do this stream traditional, which is kind of funny because I've done MerMay as strictly a digital format. So I thought it was kind of interesting to switch it up and if I do any sketches like this one, it's all traditional, but that's kind of the fun of it. I thought it would be interesting. So a couple of you guys have been doing MerMay. A lot of you guys have been watching. Been doing a couple of the days of it. It's fun to do these challenges. It can be hard to do every single day. I think there was one day this month I didn't post anything. I still drew a little bit. Nothing that I would consider posting as part of the story, but as far as drawing mermaids every day, I did that every day. But the big challenge for me was to produce the piece that I wanted for the MerMay story and get it uploaded as a video. That was challenging. Yeah, usually like the first 10 days of a challenge is really easy, and then like from 11 to 15 you kind of hit that roadblock, which I felt I really did. And then from 20 to 25 was really energized again, and then the last like 4 or 5 days, oh, it was a challenge to push through. So uh, congratulations to all of you who have done MerMay every single day this month. That is an amazing achievement and very cool. A lot of you guys have asked, are there any other monthly challenges? The only one that I know that's like an official challenge is Inktober, which is in October. I have had a couple of you guys mention that June should be Junicorn, where we draw a unicorn every day in the month of June. That would be awesome. I'm not doing it, but that would be awesome. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and answer some questions first, and then after that, I'll kind of talk a little bit about the story, or maybe we'll answer those in the questions. So, I don't have my glasses on, so it's really hard. You guys get to see me with my glasses on for once. I usually don't wear them, but my comments are so small today that my eyes are not focusing. So just a heads up, I'm not going to be taking requests for drawing things in this, other than maybe doing some sketches of actual characters from the mermaid story. And I haven't started up the poll. Oh my goodness, I have to do that. So I'll do that later. We're going to be doing the poll for the mom's name today. sorry about the noise. If you're just now joining, I have my window open because it's really hot, and if I'm going to survive this stream, I have to have some air, and yeah, otherwise it'll be a really short stream. But if you have any requests for art tutorial videos you'd like to see in the future that are not related to MerMay here, go ahead and leave those as comments on other videos, and I will put them on my list. So here we go, some questions. Here we go. What's the mother's name? I don't know yet. I meant to get the straw poll set up. I'm going to do that in a second. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. You guys are going to see the side of my head while I'm working on that, because there were a couple of names, and then I can also answer questions here. So it's going to be a little bit of an awkward. You guys can look at them. That. All right. So let me jump over here really quickly. Go to straw poll. Pull that up, and then I need to bring up some of the names. So yesterday you guys posted your suggestions for names, and there was a lot of really, really good ones. Some were I didn't exactly know how to pronounce, but they were really pretty looking. But I'm going to go ahead and post some of the more popular ones. So, type question, mom's name. So, looking in the most popular comments, coming in at 63 thumbs up with tons of comments after it, and then I've seen individual comments, is Opal. So we'll have that as a name title. All right. Another one that's really popular, though, I'm not going to use it, but I am going to acknowledge it. That's an awesome name. For the punness of it, is to name her April. Because I have future plans for this story, I don't want it to be too monthy in the April, May, because you and I will get it. But later on, if I do something with this story, they're not going to get it. So I am acknowledging that a lot of you guys have asked for her name to be April, because it comes before the month of May. I applaud you guys for that name. I'm not going to put it on the poll, though, just for that reason, that for those who come to enjoy the story after this moment, they're not going to get the joke and wonder, why is her name April? But a lot of you guys asked for April. Let's see. There was another name was really popular. It was Azalea, and it's a flower. And a lot of you guys asked for Azalea, which I thought was kind of interestingly cool. I like that name. I like Azalea. So we'll put that one in there. And then there is Pearl, which is technically a name for another character that I have, but I'm going to put it in there anyway, because a lot of you guys voted for that one. Also, a lot of you guys voted for Athena. That was a big suggestion. I'm leery about making her name Athena, because isn't that Ariel's mom's name was Athena? I think so. I'm going to put it in the polls anyway, and if you guys really want her name to be Athena, we'll have it be Athena. But I think it's Ariel's mom's name. And let's see if there's one more. Oops, pushed wrong button. And then the name Sapphire. Oh, there's a tie with that. Let's put in Sapphire because I like that name. And Luna also had. So we'll have a couple of different names there. So we have Opal, Azalea, Pearl, Athena, Sapphire, and Luna. So I'm going to create the poll. I'm going to grab the link, copy, and I'm going to put it into the comments right now, so you guys can go to that. So it's in the comments, and I'll put it in there a couple of different times so that you guys can vote for that. There we go. Yes, Ariel's mom is Athena. I thought that's what it was. Okay, so it's in the comments. You guys can check that out. I'll put it in throughout the stream today. I will be putting the poll in there so that you guys can vote for the name. So jump in and do that. Let's check and see how it's going. See if anyone's voted yet. See the results. Does anyone vote? Ooh, votes are coming in like crazy so far. Update on the vote. Opal is leading at 44%, followed by Luna at 21%, and Azalea is coming in really. Oh, Azalea just took over Opal. Now Opal's in second place. Luna is holding on for dear life to first place, but it is there's a definite struggle there. So it's Opal so far, Luna, Azalea, Sapphire coming in at fourth place, Pearl, and then Athena hanging on with 6%. So we'll check back in on that in a second as you guys go vote. Let me put that in the chat again here. So if you didn't find the links, I'll put the links in the chat. You can check that out. Vote, vote, vote. Okay, yay. I had almost forgotten that part. That would have been bad. Hence one of the reasons we were having a live stream so you guys could vote for that. So thanks for reminding me. All right, first I need to double check if the camera and audio is working well. So let me know if everything's working good, if you can hear everything, if you can see everything correctly. Because I have my audio turned off so I can't hear if the audio is good. And my sister is not on the stream right now. Hoping she'll be able to join us in a little bit. Let me check to see. So while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and answer some of the questions that I had received on the 29th. This is when I asked for questions for you guys for the stream. So here we go. Let's answer some questions. So live stream questions. What would you say to an artist that has just lost their inspiration due to peer pressure? So that's a big one. As an artist, we often will look at other people's art and kind of judge our art compared to them or how popular they are. And I especially understand that being on YouTube and with YouTube artists, I find myself even falling into that kind of that bit of a trap where I look at other YouTube artists and go, oh, look how many subscribers they have or viewers they have or how much their art looks so amazing. Why can't my art be that amazing? And the thing that I have to remind myself constantly is that I am my own person, and that your art is going to be unique to you, and you have to keep that kind of in the forefront of your mind. Sometimes if it gets really bad for me, I will just stop looking at other artists' artwork. If it's just causing me to really beat myself up, then I won't do that. Most of the time, it inspires me to do art. I love looking at other artists' work. But every once in a while, if I'm having a hard time with that, I'll just cut that influence out and just focus on my art and what I'm doing. So, all right. The camera can't handle MerMay. Oh, dear. So the camera's being weird, huh? Let me check it out. Let me see here. Oh, are we not being able to... Hang on, let's see if that helps. It just might not have enough to focus. And we will see. That is annoying. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for bringing that to my attention. Fix the camera. The camera's out of focus. Let's just see if that works. Let's see. Hang on. It's a little bit of a delay, so I have to wait for you guys to catch up with me to see if that fixed it or not. Sometimes it just needs something to focus. There we go. I think it just needed something a little bit stronger than this piece of paper to focus. So, yay! Oh, is it too loud? We'll turn your volume down. Because I actually have no control over that. So if it's too loud for you, I'll try not to scream. Like, I won't scream metallic paints. I promise. Well, I'll try to promise. Okay, let's move on to the next question. And also, you guys can start asking questions in the stream, and I will try to answer those as well. So another question. Whenever I go to draw a person, everything goes wrong. I always have a vision in my head, but when I draw it, again, everything goes wrong. The head is too big, the body's too big, the arms are too short, too long. Please help. So one thing I can suggest with... Is it doing it again? Stop it. Double the pin. Silly camera, what's the matter with you? Hang on. I will get to that question in just a second. I'm a little wipe your little face off. Maybe there's some dust on you. We'll see if that helps. Okay, while we're waiting for the camera to focus, let me go ahead and just answer that question. So if you find that your proportions when you're drawing things are out of not in proportion, your proportions are out of proportion, before you get into the fine details of everything, just do a quick sketch. You're just blocking in the shapes with shapes, and focus on that first before you start getting. Sometimes we'll start like drawing the head, and we'll get all the details, the eyes, and the shading, and everything is beautiful, and then we will move on to the rest of the body, and then we realize everything's out of proportion. So instead, first draw out the whole body kind of shape first, and then once you see that the head and the arms and the legs and the position is the way you like it, then go in with the detail. Okay, is it working? Okay, so, oh, I missed that question. That was a good question. Come back. There was a question in the chat. So Darth Heather says, Val, are we allowed to write stories based on your story that you've created so far? So like fan fictions of my story? Um, I sure. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the story. I do have the whole story kind of planned out and all that, but I'm not opposed to fan fiction. So if you do post it online, make sure to tag me in your photo or in your story or whatever. I'd love to read it. Or I've had a couple of you guys ask if you can draw pictures of May and Finn and the mom, and definitely I would love to see pictures of what you have drawn of these characters. I think that would be fun. So if you decide to like publish your story, and become a millionaire from writing this amazing fan fiction, then you need to talk to me about that. But if you guys want to write your own versions of what happens in the story, that's great. I would love to see that. Okay, let's check on the poll really quickly before we get back into the questions. So right now, Opal is still ahead. Azalea now has jumped into second place, followed closely by Luna. Then Sapphire and Pearl are neck and neck for fourth place, and Athena is still hanging on there at last place. All right. Question. What is your favorite drawing you have done of a mermaid for MerMay? Oh, goodness. My favorite one. Let me see if I can find it on my Instagram here to show you. Well, originally, my favorite one was going to be, let's see if I get this in the frame correctly. Hopefully it's in the frame. Is the one where he's holding her. This was a picture that kind of spurred the story that I had. So I was really excited to draw this one. But when I drew this one, I immediately realized that this one was my favorite. I love this one. And this one was the one that inspired the little animation. So if you guys didn't see the animation that I did on, what day was that? 28th, I think it was. That was really fun. I enjoyed it. No, maybe it was, I don't know. What day was it? Come on, computer. Catch up with me. It was day 28. So I did a little animation right after that. So that one was fun. Again, sorry for the cars racing outside and being super noisy. But it is super hot. Okay, so Kitty Cat said, what happened to coloring one picture per week? Great question. I did not expect that MerMay would be as big of a challenge for me as it turned out to be. I knew it would be a lot of work, but I thought, it would take me an hour, maybe 2 hours to draw the picture, and then a quick voiceover, and then upload the video, and it kind of succumbed my entire day. So that's what happened. I had to drop something, and I didn't want to drop MerMay, and I didn't want to drop creating my regular content, though I did not create one for Monday, but I ended up having to drop the colored versions. I still plan on coloring them, but just not during MerMay. But thank you for asking that question, because I was wondering that too myself. For some random reasons, your trying to read comments, they're going too fast. For some reason, your vids, you could color your favorite picture of MerMay. Oh, for some of my random videos. Is that what you're saying? Yes, I could, and I probably will do that. So I will definitely, when I do coloring processes, I will either do it on a live stream like this, or I will record the process so that you guys can see it. I also want to try to recreate some of them on traditional art and do them there. So I think that would be fun. So Pia asked what program do I use for digital drawing. So I use Clip Studio Paint for all of my drawing and animation. So there's two versions of it. There's a lighter version which allows you to do all the different kind of drawings and like 3 seconds of animation. And then if you get the professional version, it's a lot more expensive, but then you can do unlimited times of animation. So, and there's other features too, but the basic program is awesome if you want to do just drawings. How do you make your drawings better and clean? Okay, so I think by that you're talking about like the lines are a little bit cleaner. Definitely these are not clean. These are pretty scratchy. For the actual digital drawings, I have the sketch on one layer and then I ink over top of it and I just erase the sketch layer. And then to get it better is just practice, doing it a lot better. Bonita asks, how can I send you artwork? In most of my videos, I don't think in the live stream feed, but in most of my videos you can look and I have my P.O. box written in the information, so you can either send it that way if you want to send me something physical, but definitely you guys don't have to send me anything in the P.O. box. If you just want me to see your artwork, you can always tag me on Instagram or post it to my Facebook wall, and I have links to that in the descriptions of most of my videos, just not this one, I don't think. There we go. Am I going to do another artist showcase anytime soon? Probably for the month of June I will. I didn't do any artist challenges or showcases for May just because it was crazy. But keep watching videos because I will probably put an artist challenge in the next week or two. So then we'll do an artist showcase. Gotta go, horse. Bye, crazy. Horse crazy. There we go. Thanks for stopping in. My camera's glitching again. Don't glitch. Stupid one now. You're really starting to annoy me. Okay. You let me know if the camera's glitchy. Maybe I need to pull some hair. Let me do this. I think this will fix our problem right there. Let's put another mat. Pin power. It would be like a little bit of a frame. See if that works. Okay. Let's go with another question. Can I send you a picture of my original Alice character to your Instagram? Of course, you can send me any pictures that you want. Just tag me in your photos. I'd love to see them. What do I recommend for Father's Day cards? Something that your father would like. My dad loves fishing and boats and things like that, so that's what I would recommend for my dad, but it just depends on what your dad likes. Where do I get the inspiration for my artwork? Well, for MerMay, I took a lot of inspiration from the kind of MerMay lore and legends and different stories that I read, and also different MerMay pictures that I have drawn in the past. So if you have ever been over on my Etsy shop, you'll notice I have lots of different digital downloadable coloring pages for sale. And two big sets that I have are my mermaid sets. So I have set 1 and set 2. And so they each come, I think, with 5 different pictures in them. And I created those maybe 10 years ago. They're one of the first coloring book sets that I created. And it took so long. They're actually inked in by hand. Most of the time I ink now by digitally. But these ones I inked in with an ink pen, and it took forever to ink them in because I had to go so slow so I wouldn't make a mistake. Excuse me, burping on camera, live camera, that's just rude. But while I was doing it, I would create all these stories about mermaids, and a lot of the pictures I did not end up in the actual final pick for the coloring books. So I had a lot of extra stories. So this story here actually came from that. So I think the original picture I did that inspired this one, which actually didn't I tried to make it end up. It will be in it, but it's not in it yet. Well, one was the picture of her holding the mermaid. But another one is a little fisherman sitting on a dock and a mermaid kind of coming up and looking and peeking up over the dock, looking at behind him. That was the picture that I had sketched, but it didn't turn out. I didn't like it, but I loved the story idea that there was a mermaid and a little fisherman, and she was curious. And so then thus came the story. Now both cameras are glitching. Oh goodness, you are not making this live stream easy for me, cameras. You try to dust your little face. Sorry, you're going to bounce around a little bit, and it's probably really noisy when I do that. I am so sorry. That's probably what you guys were saying was noisy, because there is microphones in these cameras, and I'm just all... I remember that for next time, and I won't be noisy. Or I'll warn you. Shh, I'm going to remove your headphones. Yeah, oh, sorry. I just realized that. Okay, hopefully that fixed it. Let me zoom up here and see how we're doing. Okay. Yes, I know everything's glitching. Hopefully this fixed it. Oh, the face camera is glitching really bad. Let me do something. This may totally crash the stream. I don't know. Let's just do this and turn that off and then turn it back on, and we'll see if face cam comes back. If not, we'll do this without face cam. So we'll try that out. It just might be just too much for 2 cameras on this day. How sad is that? Okay. We'll see if it fixes it. Hang on, I'm waiting for you guys to catch up on it with me. Turn my face camera on. See if it works. I think it just froze it. Come on, little camera, stop glitching on me. All right, let me play around with this. Hang on. I know this is the fun of live streams. This is like my greatest fear of live streams, is that something will start glitching and I won't know how to fix it. And it's on live stream, like right now. So let's turn autofocus off. That's probably something. And then well, there we go. Okay, I think I might have fixed that. For some reason, autofocus got turned on. So we'll see if that works. All right, we'll answer another question while I'm waiting. So Dakota Wand asked, are you going to keep the story going after MerMay? I do have really good plans for the story. So I have to do a little bit more research to figure out exactly the road I want to go with. I do want to put this out in a format that you guys can purchase your own copy of it, whether it's a digital copy or a physical copy. Still trying to figure that one out as far as providing something that's good quality but cost efficient, because I don't want to be charging you guys, $30 for a MerMay book. That would be super expensive for a lot of you guys. So I'm going to be researching that this month now that I kind of have an idea what it's going to look like. I'm going to fix a couple of the different pictures and add a few more, I think. So there'll be things in the book that you guys haven't gotten to see yet, so make it kind of extra fun. And I will be letting you guys know about that later on this month. I'll make an announcement video about that. So keep tracking with Kara. Keep checking in with me on that. But yeah, I am definitely going to finish the story. There's actually okay, so there was the base story that I was starting with that I wanted to get through. And then as I was spending the last 30 days drawing these pictures, of course, my mind begins to create the backstories and the future stories. So now there's this huge story. I don't know if I'm going to do the huge story, but I'm definitely going to do the base story. And then possibly if you guys are still excited about it and I'm still excited about drawing it, then I might continue make a part 2 and put in the bigger picture. So yeah, so there's actually 2 stories with it that has been in my mind, but the first one definitely will get done. Whether I offer it, like my digital sketchbook that I have offered for sale on Gummy Road, I might put it with that one, or I'm really hoping to get it in a hard copy, so actual physical book in your hands. I think that would be fun. Okay, back to some more questions. What is a good paper to use with Copics? That's a totally artist preference. I myself like to use either mixed media paper, which tends to be a little bit more, has a rougher texture, so it really soaks up the ink a lot. So if you're trying to save your ink, you would want to go with something that's really smooth. There's marker paper that is super smooth, but it's too smooth for me, and the water just kind of pools on the top. And then there's the medium ground, which is smooth but still enough absorbs enough of the liquid so it doesn't pool, which is cardstock, which is actually what I have these sketches on here. So I use hammer mail, and I think this is 80-pound weight, and then I have 100-pound weight, depending on the kind of piece that I'm going to draw. And I choose the paper that I want to use. So if I'm going to be selling the piece, I definitely use the heavier weight paper. Art Lover says, will you do another challenge? Of course, I always love to do different challenges. I will definitely be doing Inktober this month. National Art Drop Day. Is it national? I don't know if it's actually national. We'll call it national because it sounds cooler. But National Art Drop Day is coming up this fall, late summer, early fall. Can't remember the exact date. So we can try that. So people are now saying their face cam is frozen. Camera, why are you being so mean to me? Well, I think, let's try that. There we go. It's still going to glitch, I think. You guys, I think we're going to have to lose the face camera and then just go with just this big camera here, because I, for some reason, can't get the face camera to stop glitching. And it's going to cause you guys' eyes to cross. So I'm going to go turn off my face cam. So, bye, face. I put makeup on just for you to see my face. Face camera. There we go. All right. No face cameras anymore. Okay. Let's see if that... I think everything else is working fine. I think I'm going to get this back in center frame there. Okay, I thought what I would do is, if you guys have any specific questions about the actual story, anything that I didn't cover so well, let me know, and I will answer those in the comments below. But I'm going to jump back over. I'm trying to get as many of the comment questions from people who weren't in the live stream, answer those questions as well. So let's jump over there. Live stream question from Laura. What is your favorite Copic color in each Copic family? Well, that's a great question. I'm going to pin that question down and maybe do a video on that one. That might be fun art challenge to go through each of the color families. If you guys don't know, the Copic colors come in Copic color family groups. So there's blue, violet, violet, red, violet, red, yellow, red, yellow, yellow, green, green, blue, blue, earth tones, and then the grays family. So picking my favorite color out of each family that I have and then doing a picture with that might be fun. So I think that's a good question. Something that I might do later on. Rocky899 says, are you planning on making a Clip Studio Paint tutorial? That's another great idea. I will put that on my list of things to do. I know I've had a lot of you guys asking for a tutorial on animation, which I did in Clip Studio Paint, so I might do that as a little togetherness on that. Yeah. So, no, let's keep going because I already answered that question. And I already answered that question. Some of you guys have asked the same question over, so I'm trying not to repeat my answers. I answered that question. Well, this is exciting listening to me to say I've answered that question. Okay, so let's move it to the chats to talk about what brand of paper do I use for watercolor paper paintings. I use usually Canson. I enjoy. I also Arches. I'm trying to find it. I'm looking around my studio. Here it is. It's huge. This brand right here, I like. This is the one that I use if I'm doing like a super fancy painting that I'm going to sell. I'll use this brand. I like the blocks because they stick together really well. So, all right. Another question. What is my favorite thing to draw? I really like drawing people and faces. At least that's what I've been enjoying drawing for the last little bit. Story questions. Why did May leave Finn? Well, one, she had to go home. So, and two, they're not super friends yet. It's the beginning of the friendship. It's kind of how they met. But later on in the story, I think their friendship will definitely grow. So I'm not going to give you any more of that away. But yeah, there's some. It's not the last time that her and Finn hang out. Definitely not the last. So, am I frozen again? Can't tell. Oh, now this one's glitching. Why are you glitching? All right, keep letting me know if anything starts glitching more. Not that I know how to fix it, but there's always hope. Okay, let's answer another question, and then I thought, oh, let's check the poll. That's what I was going to do. I thought I was going to do something. Let's check this poll. All right, refresh it. So right now, and I'll put the link to the poll in the video. So if you have not voted for the name of the mom, here's the poll for that. So you can go ahead and vote for the names. So the names we have is Opal right now is in first place, Azalea second place, Luna third place, Sapphire second place, Athena is now coughing. I've got a frog in my throat. Athena is next, and bringing up the tail is Pearl. Pearl just got on the boards. She wasn't even on the boards for a while there. So right now it's looking like Opal. But keep voting, and there we go. All right, so yeah, lots of fun. Votes are going crazy. And again, sorry for the traffic sounds. I have my window open because it is really hot outside. Well, not really hot. If you guys live in California, Arizona, or Texas, you guys are laughing at me because I live on the Oregon coast, and anything over 75 degrees is excruciatingly hot. So, question I got from Libby is, am I going to put all the MerMay pictures in a video, boom, one after another after another? I think I will. I think I have a video that's going to go up later on today that's the regular video. But I think I'll go ahead and either today or maybe tomorrow, I'll put all the MerMay pictures together in one big thing, so you can just kind of like a little quick slideshow thing and all that. So, do you have any tips? What animal tips do you have for drawing animals? Use reference photos is a great tip. How to draw a head profile. I do have a video on drawing head profiles that I go over them, so I don't have the link to that. If you check in my video archives, you'll find it. It's also in the Drawing People 101 playlist, and you can see that as well. Then how do you draw anime eyes? I think, do I have a video on that? Pretty much if you ever go just to my video archives, there's a little search bar, and you can just type in what you're looking for, and it will pop up all the videos that are kind of related, definitely related, no way related. So yeah, I have one that I did back last December called Drawing and Coloring Anime Eyes. So you can check that one out. Maybe that will help you out. How do you draw hands? Have a video tutorial for that as well. Anything that has to do with how to draw people, the Drawing People 101 playlist, I think has all of those in it. If May has a dad, what is his name? Let's just not get crazy. I was trying to decide that if I was going to add May's dad in that. In fact, there's one picture. I'll probably, maybe, I don't know. I know I'll put it in the sketchbook or in the book that I do with it. I'll have after the story is over at the very end, I'll put extra sketches. I have one sketch that almost happened on day number 30th. Originally, in the original kind of plan out, May's mom was going to make an appearance. Because she was not going to be happy that May had been stranded, and that she was not a happy mom at the moment. But due to time, I was not able to get through as much of the story as I wanted to. I had to not cut that part out, but postpone that part till later on in the story. But I actually drew a little sketch up of it. I don't know if I can show you guys. It's on the computer. Hang on, this might be really weird. But you know me, I like weird things. So let me see if I can show it to you guys now. If I can find it. Digital. Go down here to the MerMay folder. The gentle clickings of the computer. Alright, so there's the picture. Now let's see if I can switch this over. Okay, this may be a really bad idea of me doing this, but we're gonna try it. We're just gonna try this out. I think it worked. Okay, so let me jump this down here. So this was, I was originally so you recognize the piece at the very top, and that was the actual day 30's picture. And then they were going to realize that Mom and all the Mermaid Kingdom were not too pleased about what was going on there. But then I realized there was no way I could wrap this up in 1 or 2, even 3 pictures. And I was going to be adding like an entire week to MerMay. And I decided I wanted to go ahead and wrap it up and finish it up where I could have it all in just 1 month time. And I didn't want to rush this point of the story. So I kind of added a little different ending to this part here. But I was trying to draw, getting back to the point, I was trying to draw some different guy mermaids, which kind of turned off looking like the gargoyles, Disney's gargoyles right there. I was like, So I was trying to, either gargoyles or some weird Lord of the Rings elf. So, but I was attempting to sketch that in. But that's kind of, I mean, you've seen it in the mermaid videos, the sketches there, but definitely not cleaned up there. So let's switch back over to traditional. Hopefully that works. Diddle diddle, yay, works. My color on? Okay, good. Alright. Let's check and see how the poll is. Let's have one more shout out for the poll. Let me get this where I need it to be. So this is for the voting for the mom's name. So jump in and check that out. Ooh, it is going to be close. You guys go vote. If you have not yet voted for the mom's name, we have a tie going on for first place. So go check the poll and vote for the mama's name, because Opal and Azalea are neck and neck, and Luna is just right there behind them. Totally sorry if I'm ruining the surprise of the polls, but I like to figure out what's going on. It's kind of fun. So alright, so I thought it would be fun to kind of close this off with doing just a quick traditional sketch of May. And so if you guys want to follow along, you definitely can, or whatever. You can just watch or listen. I know a lot of you guys listen. That's what I do. I love to listen to people draw while I'm either drawing myself or cleaning my studio or whatever it is I'm doing. I'm trying to keep up with my comments there. Start off, I think maybe I'll give this away. I'll do a sketch of May and give her away. I think that'd be kind of fun. So we'll think of a fun way to determine how to give this away. Also, a lot of you guys are asking, what was the fishy comment about? I don't know if you guys remember. There was a comment called fishy, and everyone was commenting fishy on one of the videos. So, if you remember that video, let me get ready for that first before I tell you. I'm doing way too many things at one time. Hang on. I'm going to that video. I'm not going to tell you what video it is. It's a secret video. Ooh, I just got really dizzy all of a sudden. That's kind of interesting. Make sure this is the right video. I'm feeling lightheaded. Okay, yeah, that was fun. Okay, so if you go to the video that I said for the very first time, that I said to write fishy in just a second. Not this very second, but in a second, if you go to that video, I'm going to have an email in the description, at the very bottom of the description. And the first 10 people that send me an email to that email address, I will send you a free digital coloring page, printable coloring page of that picture. So if you remember what video that was, go over and find that email at the very bottom of the information and send me an email, and I'll send you back a digital file of that. Not this very second. I mean, you can do this second, but I will do that as soon as the stream is over. So let me make sure that's correct. Boom, there we go. All right, so yeah, go find that video that there was just like a little blurb in the video that I said, comment in this video and say fishy. And it was the very first one I did. It's kind of recurred a couple of times throughout the video just because it's funny. But the very first one that I said, comment on this video with the word fishy. Be one of the first 10 commenters or emailers to email me at that email address at the bottom of the information description of the video. And you'll get a free copy of that picture. See, this is totally how MerMay has been in my life this month. Like, I have great plans, but I have just too many of them, and I don't get them planned out ahead of time. So, sorry, I had to fix that, and I had to do this draw poll. But hey, we're getting it done. Do you have any tips on drawing hair underwater? Oh my goodness. Drawing hair underwater. You want to practice that out? Try animating hair underwater. One thing I would suggest is observation. So something I did was took and filled up some water, and then I took a Barbie doll who had long, flowing, beautiful hair, stuck her hair in the water and just swished it back and forth, and just saw how the slightest little pressure one way or another would cause the hair to react in different ways, and just observed it and then just practice it out. But that really helped me, is playing with Barbies in water. Then I had a soggy Barbie. Ooh, some of you guys have found it already. So remember, it's the first 10 people that send me an email. So there are 121 of you guys watching the stream right now. So if you send me an email and you don't hear anything back, probably means that the 10 have already been sent out. But maybe I'll do something like this again. That'll be kind of fun. What is my favorite art supply that I have? These things right here. I love these color pencils. They're a Pilot brand called Eno. And I love the colors, and I love it that they are really erasable. Unless I push really, really hard, then they tend to want to stay like a regular pencil. But if I go anywhere and I want to throw something in my art bin, it is these things. And I'm drawing now, so I have art brain. So if I stop talking randomly, that's why. All right, let's check on the poll really quickly. See if you guys have broken the tie. All right, it's a little bit more broken. I'll put the link in there a couple more times. I know I said that was the last one, but then I was like, oh, I'm going to draw a picture. I have more time. So have you guys ever created your own story with your own characters? And if so, what did you do with it? Did you share it with the world, or is it kind of locked away in secret? I myself have created quite a few stories. This is the first one that has like a start and finish that I have completed in a long time. So stepping back into the time of my life, I don't know what to say. Probably 15 years ago, I got into drawing online comics, and I had a little website called Valerie Gallery. Wasn't that? I was all about rhyming. Still am. Valerie Gallery, art a la carte, you know. So I had the Valerie Gallery website, which no longer exists anymore. And I had 2 different comics. So one was a biblical fiction story that I did, and then the next one I did is I did one called Passage to Sumer, which was all about this orphan girl who loved to sketch, and she found her way to this like magical kingdom and realized that everything in the kingdom was based on her sketches. And so the characters that she had drawn or pictures she had drawn, they were real in her world. But there's these horrible monsters attacking, and very upset and angry, and they were horrific looking things. And she realized they were all the unfinished sketches that she had never finished, and they were very vengeful because obviously they were never finished. But I never finished that story. It was very funny, and again, super full of backstory and plots and subplots and more characters than you can shake a stick at. So I never published any of that. And then I worked on another story that is still really near and dear to my heart, and it is my ultimate goal that I will finish it. And I had actually gotten like the first 4 chapters up on my website for people to see, but I was still learning and making a lot of mistakes, and I ended up realizing I wanted to restart it, the whole thing, and rework the script. So I took it all down, and for the last 8 years have been attempting to do something with it. But I'm just afraid of that point where you go from your sketchbook to then putting it into something that is real and out there for people to look at. And it's my goal to do that. So doing something like this is definitely a step in that direction. So we'll see what happens. So Kitten Cat says, I want to send you artwork. You definitely can. In links to most of my social media, or links to my video is most of my social media. You can always tag me on Instagram or on my Facebook page, or send it to my P.O. box. And I have my P.O. box in the description, not of live stream videos, but of my other videos. So you can check that out. I like drawing Disney Princess videos. Oh, so Rocky says, I like the Disney Princess video she did a few months ago when she did the voices of the princesses. Oh, yes, I did do that comic. I forgot about that. I shouldn't have. It was more like a little web series of the Royal Rebels. I did do that. That was fun. Have I done a daily challenge or video for this month? No. MerMay was the challenge enough for me. So usually I give you guys a little challenge and then do an artist showcase each month. But I didn't do it this month because I was too busy trying to keep up with my own challenge. But starting in June, I will probably be having that. So keep posted watching those videos and we'll find out. Did I check my emails? No, I haven't checked my emails yet. I'll do that after the stream. Actually, I should probably do it on my phone. Hang on. Shouldn't mess me up too much. Okay, so I do have some emails. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exactly. So far we have all winners for the free digital download. So after the stream is over, I will be sending you guys a copy of that picture. Do I have any tips for making videos on YouTube? My first tip is to do it because you love it. And that was a tip that many YouTubers gave me, and I was like, what do you mean? Do it because I love it. But it really means that. Do this because you love it. I have a lot of people that I know who are doing videos, and they enjoy it but they're not getting very many views. It takes a while sometimes to have people find you, and you have to keep creating videos like people are finding you already. You can't just create a video and expect that I'm not going to make any more until I have, a big following. You have to create consistent content, and it's harder when no one's watching you. And the only person who's commenting is your mom. And you're thinking, why am I doing this? You're doing it because you love it. And another reason it's important to do it because you love it is because people are going to see that. If you're doing a video just because you want to be a YouTuber and get the next viral video, but it's not really because you love it, I can sense this kind of those channels, and it's not as exciting for me to watch. But those who just really are passionate about what they create, whether it's art or video games or vlogs, or they're sharing their music, it's something that they're passionate about, those are the ones that I can be really excited about. Also, be your own person. I went through a big phase as I was beginning to discover my channel and what I wanted to do. I was trying to figure out what type of channel I wanted. Did I want a crafting channel? I even, for a few seconds, considered being a beauty guru and doing my own makeup videos. That did not last very long at all, as I didn't post any of those videos, but I did record a couple sample videos and went, no, I don't know what I'm talking about with makeup. So, be yourself. Don't try to be the next so-and-so or this famous person or that famous person. Make your videos your own. It can be hard on YouTube because I swear can't even count how many times I've created a video and like a day or two before I go to post it, another art YouTuber will post almost the exact same topic of a video, and I go, well, now if I go and post that video, people are going to think I'm copying that person. A point, in fact, is here. This little nesting dolls. I've had these nesting dolls for 5 years, I think I got them. They're so stinking cute. And I was cleaning out my studio a couple of months ago, and I found them. Ooh, sorry, that was really loud. I didn't know that guy was going to scream in terror. But I thought, I need to do this on a YouTube video. I've been too scared to mess up these guys, so what better way to do this on a YouTube video? And so I had gotten them out, was even sketching up a few designs and kind of coming up with my idea. When, if you guys watch Bailey J, she did an amazing video where she took these and made Beauty and the Beast versions. And I hadn't painted mine yet, so I mean, that was nice. But I thought, oh, no, I can't do mine right now. I have to wait a while because I don't want to do the same thing that another YouTuber is doing right away. So that happens a lot. So be your own person, because it's hard enough to still be your own person and come up with your own ideas. So what's the mom's name on the poll check? All right, let's check on the poll. See what the vote is. Opal is still in the lead, but Azalea is creeping up. So how many of you guys have voted? Have you cast your vote on what you want the mom's name to be? Who inspires you? There's a lot of things and people that inspire me for different reasons. Different artists that I look at, I go, oh, I like that art. But again, you have to be careful between being inspired and wanting to be a copy of that person. I have people that have influenced my life that I want to be that kind of an influencer or encourager in other people. I think that's maybe the only one that I would say, if you want to copy a person, that would be the reason why, is if they are a helpful and kind person. So definitely people like Eric Goldberg. Not so much, I mean, he's a fantastic artist and his work that he creates is amazing, but what I find truly inspiring about him is his genuine heart for people. And that's what I want to emulate in any way that I can to be an encourager. So in that aspect, yes. As far as quality, I aspire to have the diligence for quality in my work that Miyazaki has, that doesn't take the shortcuts, does what it takes to create really good work, does not produce something just for monetary gain, but because that's the story that he wants to tell, or he's going to take the time to continue to, create his art with such amazing skills that I want to do that. Don't want to take shortcuts in my art. By the way, speaking of Miyazaki, I read this article. Oh my God! If I was in the animation field, if I had decided to pursue animation back when I was younger, I would be all over this. But Miyazaki has announced in the article that I read, and I've seen it several different places, so it's got to be true because it's on the internet, that Miyazaki is coming out of retirement. If you guys don't know who Miyazaki is, Google him, but he's an amazing animator, creator, person in Japan. Anyway, he's coming out of retirement for one final film. He's come out of retirement so many times, it's kind of funny. But for this one, he has put out a help wanted for animators to help him animate his final film. And so there's a place where you can, submit your application and all that. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? I think even if I worked like at a huge animation studio, I would just quit that studio just to be able to say I worked on the final Miyazaki animation. Probably not his final because he'll go in retirement and then 5 years later he'll come out of retirement. He'll still probably be drawing and animating long after I've retired. But, oh, that would be so fun. So what do you do if you're a very small YouTuber and big YouTuber steals your art? And they say it's theirs, but no one believes you. What do you do? First of all, that's horrible if that has happened to you. Basically, you would handle that situation the same way that you handle any art theft. And handling art theft is hard because first you have to be able to prove that it's yours. For me, one thing that I would do is never post any artwork that I don't want to get stolen without either watermark or a really good signature on it. If they have taken your artwork idea and copied it, like they've drawn their own version, like I've had people steal my videos all the time. I find my videos all over YouTube and people will download them somehow and then repost them on their channel. And for that, YouTube is really, really good about helping out. So if they've actually taken your video and it's your hand drawing it, then you can contest that with YouTube themselves, and they will, obviously, if your video has been posted first, they will know in the timelines, your video was posted in January and they posted their video in March. Your video came out first, it belongs to you. But that is hard. Oh goodness, I'm very sorry if someone has stolen your artwork. It's never an easy thing. What do you do? I've got my stuff stuck in an art trap and only able to draw wolves looking to the left of the paper to show profile. I hear you on that one. I have gotten stuck drawing people in a certain position. In fact, this position here is my comfort position because I'm doing this on a live stream and I'm trying to talk at the same time. The 3/4 angle to the side has always been my comfort thing. But to get yourself out of that, just take a scratch piece of paper and tell yourself, I'm going to ruin this paper and it's okay. And just start making yourself draw things that you don't draw. So if you're trying to break away from wolves completely, start drawing other animals and just don't try to make a masterpiece. Don't make a finished picture. Just start at the corner and just start drawing animals. If you want to keep on drawing wolves, but you want to make them in different positions, take and do a rotation of a wolf. So you have a wolf looking, this way, then 3/4, then front ways, then 3/4 that way, then sideways, then back 3/4 and the back view, and do a turnaround. Do a wolf walking, running, standing, sitting, jumping, leaping. Do a wolf from overview. Do a wolf, all sorts of different kinds. Make yourself do it. It's going to look horrible at first, and that's okay because it's a scratch piece of paper, and you already told yourself you're going to ruin the paper, so that's okay. And just keep doing it. Tell yourself I have to draw 100 wolves, and they have to look different. And the more you push yourself with that, the sooner you'll break out of that art trap and find freedom in your drawing. But it will take time. But awesome that you noticed that. That's the first thing that when I have students that are in that art trap is I have to get them to notice that their art is all the same. It's the same position. It's the same angle. There's nothing different. So making yourself do it after you notice it. That's the next step. Do you have a process for adding background? That's the hardest part for me. Background is a pain because for me it's not fun. This is fun, drawing like a character's face and all that. That's what I enjoy doing. But I might have to make a video on doing backgrounds because there's definitely some fun techniques with it. The eyes you draw are so very pretty. How do you draw them? Thank you, first of all. That's very kind of you. Just practice. I would also look at other different art styles and go, oh, I like the way that person draws that eye, and I would practice that out. And for a while, my eyes were, very, oh, this one's Ariel from The Little Mermaid eye, or this is Belle's eye, or Jasmine's eye, and it looked exactly like their eyes. And it's okay to have that time in your life where your art kind of really closely resembles someone else's, as long as it doesn't stay that way. Don't let yourself stay just copying someone else's work. If you want to be your own original artist, you've got to create original content. So very similar to the wolf thing is I just filled up pages with just tons of different eyes and just drew them all over, tons of different ways. And then you begin to come up with your own style. And so even though I still feel that my eyes, actually I feel that my whole style is very mixed between Disney-esque and anime and all that, it still, I think, is an it's not a carbon copy. It's like you don't look at this and go, oh, that's Ariel. You begin to slowly find your own personal style. How can I keep from making drawings that are too big and detailed? Well, as you can see with the pink pencil that I did here, I started off with just a basic sketch before I went in with the purple pencil to kind of clean up my drawing a bit. So getting yourself to have what in the art world is called gesturing, which is you're just focusing on the shape and the movement and the proportions. You're not focusing on the detail. And so you just sketch that out really fast. And it's something that when my art teacher explained it to me, I did not get it. In fact, in the entire class, I took a one-time art class at college for figure drawing, and she was trying to teach me gesturing, and I just did not get it. And so then after the class got done, I just went and started just researching other artists and watching them gesture, and I would just watch it over and over and over. And now with YouTube, you can totally see people drawing all the time. It's much easier. For me, I watch a lot of Disney makings of movie, featurettes like The Making of Beauty and the Beast and The Making of Little Mermaid, and so I'd watch those over and over, and they'd have little clips of the animators drawing, and I would just study how their drawings were so messy at first, and then how they just captured the life in it. It was really a lot of the animator Glenn Keane's work. He's a master gesture drawer, and I studied his work from Pocahontas and his work on Beauty and the Beast, and finally it just clicked. But it just took a lot of just trying and practicing it out, and then even after it clicked, it still took a ton of practice to finally get out how to get those lines moving and working. what kind of pencil is this? This is a Pilot color. You know, so I feel like a telemarketer. Welcome back to Art of the Carte. And today we're showing off these amazing pencils here. They have just lovely ink, and you can, the next 10 minutes, if you order right now, you can get these for just $19.95. So actually, you can get these off of Amazon. Is where I buy mine. So yeah. All right, I think my drawing sketch is just about done. So I'm going to sign it over here. Finding your signature, that's an also fun one. It's how you're going to sign your pictures. Will I be doing MerMay series next year with May and Finn? I haven't decided yet if I'm going to continue that or start a new story. It kind of depends on what happens throughout the year. If I, because I'm taking the story that I have so far and I want to flesh it out to actually do the completed story that had originated. I have way more story for them after that. It just depends on if I do that as well or if I come up with a better idea. But I probably will be doing something similar, I would think. Though, I have to tell you, even though I loved creating the continuous story with May and Finn, and it was really fun working with you guys, having you guys pick out the names and just the feedback that you guys gave me was invaluable to this. I really miss just creating original standalone pictures for MerMay. I would go and look at all these amazing pictures, especially because I love doing things in color and the brighter colors and blah. I just love color, and I made myself do these in black and white for one because I knew it would be faster, and I was trying to keep things simple. And two, I don't do a lot of black and white, and I knew that I needed to work on my contrast, and so this was one way that I focused. That the contrast was going to help me to separate things up. I wouldn't be able to use a pale shade of green and a pale shade of blue to separate. I would have to figure out my contrasts. So I made myself do that. And so to not be able to do this challenge in color was really hard. I really wanted to do it in color. So who knows? I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I will definitely be doing MerMay though. So how to win this and all that. I will. I'm going to post a video where I have all the pictures together, and it will just kind of be a slideshow of the whole MerMay story, and I'll have this as a giveaway so you just comment in that video, and it'll be up later on today, maybe tomorrow, and I'll explain the contest in that one, but it'll be just the comments in that video. So yeah, let's find out the name though before we end our live stream. So let's see here. I'm going to throw out the straw poll thing one more time. I'm going to give you guys just a few more seconds to vote on this. So vote away, and then I'm going to close the poll in about 5 minutes. And then we'll find out what the official name for this, for May's mom, what her name will be. I won't tell you what it's at right now. So, yeah. So I'm curious, are you skipping out on today's MerMay? No, this is my MerMay for today. I drew MerMay. This is it right here. The story itself is, I have one more picture in my mind, but I think I want to flesh out the story a little bit more, so I might add a little bit to that. But for the official MerMay, this is my official submission for MerMay 31. Just because I have the live stream going out today, I have my regular video going out today, and then I'm going to have the whole collection of MerMay pictures either going out today or tomorrow. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with too many videos. So, yeah. So this is that right here. Oh, you're so right, you guys. I totally forgot her mermaid belt. So the funny story about her mermaid belt was this is not the design. I have a really cool design for her mermaid belt, and for some reason, when I drew her, like if you look at the picture where her mom gives her the belt, you'll see it's a little bit different. I mean, it could be different. And then when she's actually out swimming in the next picture following, then she has this belt. And I realized after I published that picture that I didn't draw the same design. That wasn't the design I wanted. That's so sad. I was like, no, because it was supposed to be, I don't know if you guys can see this very well. And it might be really bad reflection, but it's supposed to be like this kind of cloth that gathers together with little pearls in it. Not this like stringy thing. I don't know what that was. Well, that's what it became. And then when she went off swimming here, I was like, man, what did I do to her belt? I changed it. And then I didn't think I could go back and fix it. So that became her belt. But that was not the original design for her belt. It's okay, but it's not what I intended. Was that the question I was answering? I don't remember. Okay. So let us go to the vote. I'm going to go ahead and close the vote out. At this moment, we'll double check and make sure all the votes are in. We've had 51 votes, which is pretty good. That's a good amount of votes for a little bit of time. But the official winner of, hang on, I almost did a, was it the Academy Awards where they announced the wrong winner for Best Picture of the Year award? That was embarrassing. I almost did that. I almost voted for second, or told you guys second place. But official winner at this time, you guys might add more votes in a second, but the official name of the mother is Opal. Yay! Very closely. Second place was Azalea, which was a cool name too. Then Luna, followed by Athena, then Pearl, then Sapphire. So Opal is the mother's name. There we go. I'm closing out the poll. That's what it is. I'll take a picture of it so everyone can. Oops, wrong thing. Hang on. I'm going to be able to post this on. Now it's gone away. Okay, my computer's being, you can see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hang on, you guys. Computer difficulties are happening. I always like to prove my votes. I don't know why I would think people would think, you're lying, you're not telling the truth. But I just always think, I need to prove it. So I will post this up onto my Instagram so everyone will know the official name of the mom is Opal. Alright. I think that wraps up. So thank you guys so much for hanging out in this live stream with me today. It's fun to answer some of your questions. I know I did not get nearly all the questions answered that I wanted to, but this was a fun thing. If you guys have any future questions after the stream is over, and it's posted back up onto my page, definitely go and check and write any questions that you have, and I'll try to answer them in the comments. If you ask the questions right now during the live stream, they just get deleted. I don't get to save. I wish they would let me save all the comments that come in, because there's a lot of fun ones that I miss. So, but yeah, they don't. So either ask me in this one or ask me in one of the MerMay videos if you have a question directly related to MerMay. If it's not directly related to MerMay, you can ask me that question in any of the newer videos and I will see those. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for joining me on this great adventure of MerMay. It's been fun. It was a lot of work, and I will keep you guys up to date on what's going to happen to the original story, but it will be offered to you guys hopefully sometime soon, either digital or in paper copy, physical copy. That's what I'm hoping for. I've got a couple good leads for printers to do that at a reasonable rate. So yeah, and then the contest we'll be having when I do the wrap-up slideshow video of all the pictures together, so you can win this picture here. That'll be fun. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to close this stream out, so we'll talk to you next time. God bless you guys, and have a great day. Bye.